extraordinaire.
Yeah.
All right, how long have you worked with the company?
I believe we're going on 15 years.
10 years ago, I was 9 years old. How would you describe the shop workflow in your years of experience? Like, how has it changed?
It's changed a lot. When I first started here, we were assembly line, which it worked really good. We had a bigger staff, and what happened, we had a crew of 2 men on each side that did framing. Then it moved from framing to painting, and usually we painted it, did the trim, put the windows in, put the doors on, and then it moved down to the final end, and they did the shingles and touch-up, and then it went out the door. And that worked well. The way we do it now, over the years, it's changed to percentage, and that works well too. We've got a smaller staff. Each fellow is accountable for the building that they start, right from start to finish, and they're responsible for quality control, which keeps them a little more accountable.
Yeah.
And occasionally they get called out to the field to do something maybe got overlooked, and they get taken care of quite right, and that expense falls on them, and just makes it better. Hopefully in the long run.
And it helps with quality because,
Yeah.
honestly, with all of the competition that we have around, you have to stand out. So,
Yeah, and you're always going to have that shed that's got something wrong with it. It might get delivered and get protected until it's delivered. For the most part, I think each guy is, all our workers out there that we got now are pretty uniform workers. They kind of work their own schedule. Most everybody has the same schedule where, they're there in the morning, they're there throughout the day. And then if they have to leave or something, they're free to leave. They're not helping. It makes them more free, more of a free work. I like it.
I think it works out well. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody has a level of respect for everybody, and it's all good.
Right. There's some guys that, if they would have never went this way, they would have never increased their skills that far. It helped a lot.
How many years of carpentry or construction experience do you have?
I gotta say, basically, all my adult years, I farmed it for the first 25 to 28 years of my married life, and there was construction we did on the farm. We built big, fairly decent projects. Did one head with myself. House renovations, and we built a piece on our house. Basically, I did it behind my boys. So I spent a lifetime in doing it. I can't say I'm a lifelong carpenter, but I've been doing it.
Yeah, but the things you build, you would never know the difference.
Yeah. Now, I'm not a perfectionist like my brother would be, but I know how it has to be built pretty much. There's some things I don't know. I gotta admit, I ain't gonna stand here and say I know everything. But on the projects to do, and they're mostly guys that I trained from the first day they came in here. They barely knew anything, and just working with them and teaching them, seeing how far they came. So, big satisfaction. So I don't know. I gotta say, there's a couple.
There's a couple.
And if you talk about office staff, Heather, of course, is my favorite.
Come on. I told Zach that I had to get that on video. Oh, goodness. All right, so we have some topics to discuss. How would you say our sheds compare to other companies?
I think the appearance of some of our sheds, I like them myself. My preferences. I like the way our barn style looks compared to other sheds too. It just looks more professional and not choppy.
Yeah.
Some of our custom sheds, a few of the upgrades we put on them, like decorative corbels and stuff like that. You don't see that a lot around here. I have done a little bit of traveling through Pennsylvania where you do see that, in Virginia and that. But I think in this area here, we build probably more of a high-end shed than anybody in the area.
Yeah.
And if somebody wants upgrades that are a little creative, we can do it.
Yeah.
There's really, I don't want to say there's nothing we can't do, but within reason,
Yeah.
there's most anything we can do to a shed if somebody wants us.
Logical.
Yeah.
That's gonna make sense.
If somebody gives us a picture and they say that they want the shed to look exactly like that, we can do that.
Do you believe we use high quality materials in the shop?
We try. The materials we purchase, you never know what you're going to get until you unwrap it.
Right.
And I noticed from when I first started working here until now, just take 16-foot 2x4s for instance. You used to be able to look at the end of the skid. You didn't see no wavy corners. It was all a nice square block. Nice square 2x4s. You don't see that anymore, all that big stuff. Our 2x4 studding materials is beautiful stuff. We do the best we can.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of unreasonable to ask a lumber yard to pick out picture perfect 2x4s, but I would say out of our pick and looking at the sheds, you never see a board that looks like it should be burned
Right.
ever.
If it is, it's our bad.
Right.
I mean, you're going to have that occasional 2x4 that's twisted so bad that you maybe shouldn't have got it used, or it's bowed. But as far as the weighty edges on our studs, we have really nice stuff. The longer stuff isn't so easy. So sometimes you have to pick and choose.
That's the thing. Our shop guys, they do pick and choose. They pick the good looking stuff, and we don't use the bad looking stuff. We have a pile of it out back, so that's what makes us different. Realistically, how long does it take a builder to build a shed? A basic shed. We get asked that a lot when we tell people our lead time as a salesperson. How come your lead time's 5 weeks long? And it's like, well, we have 25 other orders ahead of you, so
Yeah. Most of our standard any given shed would be from a day and a half to 2 days, if they aren't held up or pulled away on something else. You usually can get it built. A lot of times they can get it built standing the roof plywood on in a day, and sometimes painted. They'd like to paint it the night, that same day, and then the next day they can come in and work with a dry building and finish it off. But anywhere from a day and a half to 2 days. Unless it's a really big shed that requires 2 men, we still do it.
and a vinyl shed.
Yeah, vinyl. Any upgraded shed does take long.
What type of skills do you think we are lacking in the shop?
I know one of the skills that, and this is, I'm not good at it. One of the things I lack is I was going to mention that. Heather does a good job. She's got a good eye for quality control.
And I think that's because I'm stuck down here, sitting at my
And you hear
computer.
it.
I'm not looking at these things all the time like you guys are.
One of my biggest things is when I walk through the shop, and I still do it today, and I think that's why I got arthritis in my right hand. Is I usually bang on the shed as I walk down through, and I can tell if there's a loose stud anywhere in that building. But yeah, it takes a good eye to keep a close eye on things, and it helps if that eye is out there looking when you're building.
Yeah.
It saves a lot more. But that's where percentage, guys being on percentage, makes a difference too. If they got that eye on it, it's going to save them some.
If they don't, then they have to spend their own money to drive out to the shed and fix it. We do that. If there is ever an issue, we will send them over out to go fix the shed because obviously you want to make everybody happy. If you're spending certain money, you want to be happy too. So, do you think that if we had better quality control skills, do you think our
I think so.
do you think it would tie us up? Because you said it takes about
Well, it become part of their work. I mean, if it's ingrained in you, it's like raising a child. If you get taught right, they're always going to know.
right.
So if all our workers were trained to have that special eye and know what to look for, and that's one thing we need to do a little more. Maybe have little small seminars, go through the sheds occasionally, and just not nitpick and try to run anybody down, but
Yeah.
just see areas where okay, this jack stud wasn't driven tight together, or the jack studs weren't tightened down from the lintel, and all that stuff. They need to be straight and level. Sometimes it can only be if it's not level a quarter inch, you can see it.
Yeah.
And if the homeowner's gonna get it, they're gonna look it over. If they see it, then they'll probably say something about it. If not, they'll probably push it.
Right.
Well, yeah, I think if quality control became part, and it is part, but it needs to be built on a little more, part of our training session.
What's your favorite part about working
Well, people I work with, I enjoy coming to work every day, and I can honestly say, as I looked over, and not only this job but other jobs I've been on, I can pretty much more than 90% say that I haven't regretted having to go to work. To be able to get up in the morning, put your feet on the floor, and go to work is satisfying.
Yeah.
I really enjoy working here because people like they're good selling people. They have good attitudes. Everybody's going to have a day where things ain't going just right. You might work. It's not going to be honey pie every day. I know that too. With the circumstances, sometimes I can go out around and still enjoy it. And at the end of the day, you can look back and you can see where maybe you made a difference on somebody's life, or the day just went good because what somebody told you or what you said to somebody. And I like that attitude to work. Be happy. It's good.
Yeah.
Right from the owners down to the guys sweeping the floor. Everybody says good morning to each other in the morning. I like to think we're supportive to each other all day long. And it just makes a lot of difference. Gratitude.
The environment here is definitely 360 degrees or 180, however you want to say it, different from any other place that I've worked. Every company says, well, we're a family here, join their team, but this is different. I really feel like we are like a second family away from our own families.
Everybody, you don't have to know everybody's business, but if somebody's has a problem going on, and sometimes you're not afraid to share it. But even though if you know somebody's having a bad day, you at least think about Uh, my free time consists of eating my supper and watching the news programs until I go to bed. I usually go to bed about 9 o'clock every night. And just get up next morning and do the same thing all over again. Most of my life here is I would usually work a half a day Saturdays and then do whatever, and then I have a half a day on a Saturday where my wife and I might go take the afternoon, go somewhere, or just not the after all. That's been my life.
And then church on Sunday, right?
Church on Sunday.
There you go.
And after church, my wife always wants to go for a ride somewhere. So usually by the time you get all that done, you're ready to sit down and just enjoy the evening. That's one door.
All right, this one might be a little personal. How do you feel about Red Lobster closing?
It sucks. I'm not even against it. I really. It hurts me to drive by and see the grass growing up and all that building down there now. It's just. My wife and I didn't go there a lot, but if we had an occasion, special occasion, a lot of times we ended up Red Lobster.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if they'll ever come back, but it's sad.
I think that they still have one open in Syracuse.
They do. My wife and I went to one. It might have been down in Baldwinville down there.
Oh,
Shopping.
yeah.
There's one down there. But
What was your dream job as a child?
yeah. I don't know, because I was born, raised on a farm, and I think for that reason I always wanted to be a farmer. And we farmed it for, I don't even know exactly how many years, 28 or so years, my wife and I, and their children. That was a good way to raise the children.
Yeah, I agree.
And they all worked on the farm. We always got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And they never, the only thing if you ask them today, they would never go back work the same way. Although none of them wanted to farm it, I can understand.
It's hard. If you were to ever have a midnight snack, what would it be?
Oh, jeez. Hey, in the winter time, it has to be good cold orange, yeah.
Okay.
I love oranges in the winter time. We always have oranges in the refrigerator. In the summertime, we have to be watermelon.
Like in the middle of the night, you wake up and you go to the
Well,
fridge.
Yeah, I never do. I sleep through.
What
But
about when you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning?
yeah, maybe a good Klondike bar or something like that there. But yeah, I don't know. Like still watermelon. We always have. We don't always know. This summer, yeah, but we just pretty much always had a watermelon in the refrigerator all day. Just a good slice of watermelon. Can't eat it.
What do they call those? Rat snacks.
Yeah.
All right, for the last question, well, second to last question, I have an unwritten question on our sheet here. What's one thing you can't live without?
Oh. I'd have to say, honestly, and I don't, sometimes my life don't show it, but I won't be able to live without my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And it's just, that's the reason we're here. And other than that, beside that, I guess I'd have to say my family.